Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Meet Factor, your loophole in the laws of mealtime. Chef-crafted meals delivered with a tap, ready in just 2 minutes. You know what's even smarter? Treating yourself without cheating your goals. Factor is dietitian approved, chef prepared, and you plated. Pretty smart, huh? Refresh your routine and eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
One. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, Chicago? And welcome back to welcome back to the second episode of Talk Chalata with myself, Mzhiphop, the hostess with the mostest, and my mom, Chris. What's up, Mom?
Hey, Star. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a great Friday. How about you?
Yeah, same here. It's a little cold. I think the temps might be in single digits now. Not sure. Listen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. Can you hear me?
Because I hear you perfectly. Because I'm wondering, do I need my headset?
Try them.
Okay.
They might sound better to you.
Oh, hold on. How's that? Is that better?
It sounds the same to me.
Oh, so I really don't need them.
I mean, but if it makes you feel more comfortable, I think you should wear them.
Okay, well, right now, as usual, I'm just feeling nervous.
Oh, you don't need to feel nervous.
So, today is our second episode of Talk Chalata, and it is February 14th, 2025. So, happy Valentine's Day to all of you lovers and husbands and wives and friends, and happy Valentine's Day.
Most definitely. Happy Valentine's Day to all the groovy lovers out there.
Exactly. So guys, Star and I talk about a lot of things, and some things we don't talk about. Some things I just keep to myself. So I'm transitioning a little bit from what we originally said we would discuss. So Star doesn't know this part. Because of the extreme cold that we've been experiencing. I know many of you are from the warm climates. Some of you are from the Midwest like us. Some of you are further north where it's even colder. So given that, I started thinking about how cold it is. A couple of weeks ago, maybe 3, but definitely 2 weeks ago, our temps were like 25 below zero. Remember that, Star?
Yeah, it was super, super cold.
Yes. We had to turn our faucet on, in your house or your apartment, and that it could just trickle down a little bit so your pipes wouldn't burst as it heated up, and sent my water bill straight through the roof. But it was better than having busted pipes.
Yeah.
And so given that, I started thinking about how cold it was, and then now it's cold again. Not as cold as 25 below. Last night it was about 3 below. So that was really a heat wave. And I just started thinking about some stuff, and I thought, which I knew the answer to this question that I pondered for myself. What is the coldest um,
Hmm.
continent on the planet. The coldest continent on the planet. Anybody know? Star?
Antarctica.
How
Has
did
to
you know
be.
that?
Has to be.
You're right. It is. Antarctica is the coldest continent um, on the planet Earth. It is a continent. Some people think it's a country, but it's not. It's a continent. And it's a vast, it's not a little bitty place. It's humongous. And with me thinking about that, I recall that I took some notes years ago. It wasn't about the cold. It was just because I'm into this alien, ET stuff. And the only reason I'm talking about it now publicly is because so much stuff is coming out now because of our technology. And before, when I really started to delve into stuff like this, for myself, we weren't in the technology age. We were in the, oh, if you say anything about an ET or terrestrial, alien or a non-human species, people just automatically took you as being crazy. And now, because of Star, I'm talking about it more. And she's put me on this platform, Talk at You Later. And so years ago, I came across some reading. I'm an avid reader, and I was doing reading about it in books and different things. And I discovered that there was, how do I say this? Research basis underneath the ice of Antarctica.
Are you serious?
Yes, your mom doesn't tell you everything.
Oh my God.
And one of the people that I studied and I followed him for years is a gentleman by the name of Bob Olsen, Olsen, Bob. And if your listeners would like to find out more about him, who he is, it's easy now because you have technology. With me, I was buying books, going to the library, had an updated library card. As a matter of fact, during my time, it was something called the microfiche. Remember that
Microfish?
in the library?
No.
Well, it was these little slides that you had to put into the sort of like a antiquated a computer, and you slid it up and down and you read about it.
Oh, wow.
I said
That's
microfiche. It might have been called microfiche or something, micro something, but it was a very tedious process. And if I asked the librarian about have anything on UFOs or aliens, and they always gave me this really weird look, and it was almost like sneaking, as though you were going to watch pornography or something. You were asking about such a thing. But at any rate, he was one of the people that I studied. Uh, and another one was the lady by the name of Howe, Howe. Let me tell you a little bit about these people before I move on. And I did. I'm going to go backwards. Her name is Linda Howe, Howe. She is now, she's in her 80s.
wow.
Yeah, she's in her 80s now, but she still is a very renowned investigative journalist. She's a regional Emmy Award uh, winning documentary filmmaker. She's best known for her work, you guessed it, UFOs. And she's an advocate for a variety of conspiracy theories, including investigations on cattle mutilations. I don't know if you guys have heard of the cattle mutilations, where farmers about 20, 30, maybe 40 years ago were finding their cattle mutilated. Not blood gory mutilated,
Mhm.
but missing parts. And there was no blood, no nothing. Insides were gone, everything. Eyes, ears, and maybe what you had left was just the body and maybe the head. But there was no gore to it. And through her investigative journaling, she, found out that some ETs were involved in this, but that's another story. I'm getting away from Antarctica too much. Just want to give you a little background on who she is. Now you don't have to go to the library to read about it. You can pull her up on the internet. A lot of stuff floating around on the internet now, so I'm very mindful and cautious of what I take in to be true. And there's a lot of false stuff. I'll give you an example. One of my pet peeves when I hear someone say, I don't know who this is for.
Mhm. TikTok.
Oh my God. I don't know who this is for, but blah, 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 blah. And that just really irks me because you know the person that's saying it, and I know as well, you're taking information from someone else who's done the legwork and you're not giving them credit. And I
Yeah.
really hate that. So I try, anytime I'm talking about something, I try to bring up where the information came from. I'm only a messenger, but the information came from those that really go through the process of finding out all of this stuff. So Linda Moulton, Moulton, Howe, with an E at the end, she's phenomenal. She talks about UFOs, uh, Antarctica, Bob Olson. He's another one. Now, let me tell you about Bob Olson. He did an 8-part series where he took a crew and they traveled to Antarctica,
Oh, wow.
and they actually were able to go 2 inches, no, inches would not be enough, feet below the ice of Antarctica. Now remember, Antarctica is the coldest continent on our planet Earth.
Negative 50 degrees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And actually it can be colder than that. Negative 50 degrees is extremely cold. And I'm going to see if I have in my notes. Temperatures can drop as low as minus 128 degrees.
Oh my God.
And you can actually now, you won't get the full scope, but you can actually go to Google Earth now and see there's a hole in Antarctica. You can actually see a giant opening. However, it's not going to give you, Google Earth is connected to
Mhm.
stuff. So it's not going to give you that real deep down journey that people like Bob Olson took his own money, his own crew. He had no funding from the government, anything. But because of who he is, this phenomenal scientist and journalist, he took it upon himself because he was curious. And it's funny how we're able to do that. So what they found was a ancient civilization with all these beautiful buildings, almost crystallized buildings, and hieroglyphics that was written on the walls. hieroglyphics that he had never seen before.
Wait.
So
Are you trying to tell me that Antarctica is alien based?
that's exactly what I'm telling you. And one more thing, not only alien base, but there are bases underneath that are research bases. The U.S. American flag is there. Soviet Union flag is there. They're research based, meaning humans have traveled there, placed their stake there. And that's as far as I'm going to go.
Oh my goodness. The fact that you brought that up and like it's all over like social media, I'll say that alien spacecrafts are popping in and out of the water. And when you say stuff like Antarctica is alien based and has alien based structures underneath the ice, that shows that not only have we been trying to study them, but they've been studying us. They
They
live
have,
in the inner of the earth. Who
yes,
knew?
who knew? Well, a lot knew. A lot who knew. Us didn't know because everything has been kept such a secret. But because of technology now, so much is coming out. So you have to be careful of the BS that's coming out and the real nitty gritty that's coming out. But they've always been here. I've known that since I was a little child. But as my mother told me, don't say this to anybody
Hmm.
because they'll think you're crazy. She actually whispered that to me. She whispered it. So as a kid, I really thought that, mm, I better not say anything about this. So I don't want people to think I'm crazy. Um, but yes, they're in the water, underneath the ice, in the sky. They're everywhere. And recently I found out that not only are they everywhere, have already been everywhere, walking among us, there are two types. Let's say
What?
that for there are two types of ETs. But I'll say that for another episode.
Okay, well, I can't wait to find out what the second type of ET is.
Do
And
you know what the first type is?
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Ah,
hmm,
save
brain fart.
it. Yes. There are two types that I'm aware of. That I'm aware of. Could be more. But I'm only aware of these two. And again, I'm an avid reader and I dig and I search and I just know that the creator didn't begin with us humans, nor did the creator end with us. We're the new kids on the block, so to speak.
Wow. Well, Mom, thank you for bringing this impactful information onto the platform today. I hope Speaking Mind Radio listeners out there learned something and to know that there's more coming. I just want to close things out as a conclusion to what my mom has told us about Antarctica being alien based, I think that it actually makes sense. It's isolated there, inhabited, it's hard for humans to live there, even though there's scientists that live there doing research, but and everybody's just not out there, with a coat on and walking around going to the store like they are in the Midwest when it's snowing.
Right, right.
So it would make sense that these aliens would not hide, but build their structures underwater where we can't see them, basically, like Atlantic, the city of Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, I don't know, a lot of stuff comes to mind when you tell me things like this.
Well, the Atlantic City was not built underground. It was built by the Atlanteans, just like Chicago or New York or California, Pennsylvania. It wasn't built underground. It
Hmm.
may be underground now because of its destruction, and even some of the things that they found that are still very much intact, very much intact. So hopefully through disclosure, like people like Dr. Stephen Greer and some of the other phenomenal people that have been used, hopefully this will come out more and more, and some of the secrecy will be uplifted, and it won't just be people like me walking around, you know,
Right.
right, just walking around hoping, you know.
Right.
So, so thank you, Miss Starr, for helping me come out of my shell a little bit about all this stuff, and thankful for technology.
Yes, definitely thankful for science and technology. And yeah, well, see you later, gang, and talk at you later.
Talk at you later.